What's good, world? What's good? What's good? What's good? My people in the Netherlands, what's popping today? I'm checking out a lot of crazy stuff going on in the news today. My guy FRESKU, you understand? So Dunya Dot, the track is going crazy. He's dropping bombs on Giel and Radio 3 for not playing black music, this, that, and the other. FRESKU, first off, if you're watching this, I love the record. I think it was really well done. Um, I think it's a great song. I think you have a lot of strong points there, you know, and but there's some things that maybe I'm gonna kind of enlighten people about. You understand that they might not know. First off, I don't think you can really go after Giel and Radio 3 for not playing hip hop or black music. The number one reason why is it's not a black radio station. They play rock shit. That's their format. That's business. If you want to go with Giel for something, go with Giel for turning up to the fucking Urban Awards, yeah? That was produced by BELLEN in blackface. He turned up to an entire room full of black people celebrating our culture, celebrating our music in blackface, and stood up there on the motherfucking stage, and niggas just bowed their heads. If you want to go Giel, go ahead for those things, for basically being ignorant, you understand, and maybe possibly a racist. I don't know. But if you want to get up in front of a whole bunch of black people wearing blackface, I don't think Giel is a thug. You understand? He ain't no street dude. So obviously what made him do that is ignorance. And that has a lot to do with his upfooting. You understand? So we need to start looking at how people are raised. Now, with that being said, the message in your song, I'm totally feeling it. But let's go after the people who are really responsible. See, you need to look at the companies like Radio 538, Slam FM, Veronica, and so on, who don't have any positive black role models or black program directors. Because the program director and the guy playing the records on the radio is the one who really is responsible for playing your music. So logic tells us, if you have a radio station that is playing 50, 40, maybe even 60% urban music, yeah, hip-hop, R&B, whatever you want to call it, and they're not employing any people of color as program directors or decision makers in their company, well, it's very obvious that the people who are running shit there are going to pick shit to be played that they kind of relate to, which most of the time is going to be Macklemore, is going to be Iggy Azalea. So the problem right here is you need to basically protest and boycott the big dogs for not having any people in people of color or people of culture in positions of power. And it's been like this since the beginning. You can go to the website for Radio White 38. There's no niggas working there. They never been there. And with all due respect, I love Jeff. Jeff, I love that you held it down playing hip-hop for years, but let's be real. You know, you got comfortable with the little piece of thing they gave you. When we would have loved to have seen you step up to the plate and go, yo, you know what? I'm tired of working the plantation. Let me kind of own my little one here and, you know, let me get some of that daytime airtime. Where is our black Edwin Avers, who makes €500,000 a year for talking wild shit on the radio? We don't have that here. Maybe if we had that here, more hip-hop and more people of color, you understand, would be getting played on the radio. Which brings me to another point. Yeah, FRESKU, I love what you're doing, but you got to really check what you're doing and how you're doing it. And the main reason for that is you signed to a record label that's responsible for killing more black careers in this country than any radio station. So if you're going to go after Radio 3 and Giel, yeah, you got to also go after your own label, Top Notch, who destroyed the careers of people like Yuki Bay and Clockwise, who destroyed the careers of Postman, who destroyed the careers of people like Kempe. You need to check these motherfuckers. And that's real. And Case and them know it. Because let me tell you what you get in this Netherlands if you are an artist in this business. You don't get a career, my brother. You get a hit. And what a hit is in this business, a hit is you're going to get a nice run. 1 year, 2 year. Ask Run Junk. That's how they do us. They kind of milk us like, hey, you know what? We're going to find a new nigga to exploit. We're going to use him up. He's going to get the people laughing, cool. And after, we're going to pull a plug and go on to the next nigga. That is the format of how HILVERSUM works. So when you want to talk about the Illuminati, that's how it really works. So with that being said, and a lot of respect for you as an artist, because I think you're very talented, but let's keep it 100. You need to check your label. You understand? The same way you check BELLEN. And you also need to check your management company, because we know you signed with Spec, and your management company, Bricky and them, I love them, they all dope, Ali and them, but they responsible for an entire era of knuffle fucking hip hop. You understand? So you can't go, you know, what I dislike about this situation with BELLEN, because I don't like him neither. I think he's an ignorant racist, but that's some personal shit that got to do with him being raised by his parents. You understand? But what I do, what I dislike is when I see somebody of color being exploited for basically for the show. See, there's no difference really between what you're doing right now or what the companies you're connected to are doing is any different than what they let us do with what I done or what Def Rhymes done or this, that, and the other. We are the entertainment. We are the niggers who make people laugh. And right now, you're in a situation where you're going up against a guy where the repercussions from him for saying what you say are nothing. You ain't gonna feel no repercussions from Radio 3 because Radio 3 don't play none of your label or your management company's artists, really. So the effects of this are nothing. So maybe you might be that new gimmick. Maybe you might be that new Glaze, that new Def Rhymes, that new whoever. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be no real repercussions for this. You understand? And it's a shame that people are actually going after Radio 3 and BELLEN right now for these reasons. If you want to G up, then you go for the big dog. You go for 538. You go for Viacom. You go for Veronica. You go for all these things. Man, I'm not calling up Sky Radio going, yo, why you not playing more heavy metal? There ain't no white dudes calling up Sky Radio going, yo, because it's not a heavy metal station. So, with all due respect, I love what you done, what you said. I agree 100% with what you done. But it's like revolutionaries, with rules. And when you want to be a revolutionary and an activist, there can't be no rules. It has to be the truth. So if you go after BELLEN, you better go after 538. You better go after BNN. You better go after Viacom. You better go after Decibel and ask them why they don't have no fucking people of color working there so we can keep your career moving when your record label and your management company pull the plug on you when you become a liability for them. And it's the realest shit you gonna ever hear. And like I said, I'm not feeling BELLEN at all. Before they gave him the Julian Lennon makeover, I wasn't feeling him then. But it's not my thing to feel him because it's not my thing to listen to his station. But what you need to do, homie, is get all of them goons you got and all of that voice that you got, and you need to direct that attention to the same power structures who are even publishing your interview and your song and give you all, because all of those same newspapers, radio stations right now shitting on BELLEN are fucking hypocrites because they don't have any people of color working there either that can support your career when your label and your management company pull the plug on you. So black man to a black man, be strong, but know who you going after and make sure you understand, you know, that you're not being used for the wrong reasons. And with that being said, that's the truth, Roof. And like my man Kevin Hart say, you gonna learn today.